हाजीर आसात आमचे बरोबर गोंय राज्याचे विरोधी पक्ष फुडारी बाब युरी आलेमो, आमचे अल्डोरेचे आमदार ॲडव्होकेट कार्लोस फरेरा. फाटले काही दिसांक आमी पळयले की कशा पद्धतीन हे भायले लोक येवन हांगा दादागिरी करतात, गुंडाइजम चल्ला आणि खंय तरी गोंयकाराचेर वो अत्याचार जाता हे आमी पळयले. आता ह्या एपिसोडा भितर खूबशे ट्विस्ट टर्न्स खूब जाले. जेन्ना हो इन्सिडंट जेन्ना जालो तेन्ना दुसऱ्या दिसा थंय आमचे आमदार ॲडव्होकेट कार्लोस फरेरा थंय गेले. ताच्या उपरांत तांणी थंय एक स्टेटमेंट केलो की सिनियर IPS ऑफिसर तातूंत इन्वॉल्व आसा अशें आपल्याक माहिती मेळ्ळा आनी थंय इन्क्वायरी जावची अशें तांणी सांगलें. ताच्या उपरांत आमी पळयलें की ह्या सरकारान त्या रातीन आय वॉश करपाक ऑपरेटराक अरेस्ट केलो. ताच्या उपरांत दुसऱ्या दिसा काँग्रेस पक्षान आमी सगळ्यांनी थंय प्रोटेस्ट करपाचो जेन्ना आमी सांगलें तेन्ना सरकारान परत आनी एक स्टंट म्हणून एक ब्रोकराक अरेस्ट केलो. ताच्या उपरांत जेन्ना आमी थंय गेले काँग्रेस पक्ष अलॉंग विथ विरोधी पक्ष फुडारी बाकी आमचे सगळे आमदार आमचे कार्यकर्ते जेन्ना थंय गेले आनी जेन्ना सरकाराचेर आमी दबाव हाडलो तेन्ना पयलें की रातचो थंय मुख्यमंत्री पावलो. मुख्यमंत्र्यान थंय काही आश्वासनां दिली. ताच्या उपरांत दुसऱ्या दिसा आमी पळयलें की परत थंय ट्विस्ट एंड टर्न, कोण तरी थंय इन्वॉल्व जालो, कोण आनी एक परत ब्रोकर आयलो आणि त्या ब्रोकरान जे सगळे गोंयकार, सगळ्यो पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज आसतल्यो, सगळे आमदार आसतले, एक्टिविस्ट आसतले, NGO आसतले, मिडिया भाव आसतले. हांव तर खरें म्हणल्यार मिडिया भावांक आज धन्यवाद करता कित्याक तांणी हो मुद्दो भायर गोंयकारां मुखार हाडलो. ताच्या उपरांत थंय कितें कितें घटना जाल्यो टायम एंड अगेन मिडियान म्हाका दिसता हे गोंयकारां मुखार दवरल्यो. आणि जेन्ना अखेर हो जेन्ना कोण ब्रोकर आयलो ताणें ब्रोकरान फूल तें यू टर्न मारून आज केस खंय पावल्या तें आमी पळयल्या. एक गोष्ट हातूंतल्यान सिद्ध जाता की जे मिडिया रिपोर्ट्स जे आयले, आज आयले, 2 दीस पयलीं आयले, ताच्या वयल्यान एक गोष्ट सिद्ध जाता की DGP आपले पोझिशन मिसयूज केला. ताणें आपलो पावर जो आसा तो मिसयूज केला एक आउटसायडराक प्रोटेक्ट करपाक. ताच्या उपरांत दुसरें हातूंत मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टंट इंटरेस्टिंग जे दिसता ते म्हणल्यार जेन्ना एका मिडिया हाऊसान एक रिपोर्ट हाडलो तेन्ना DGPन ताजेर ट्वीट मारलें की तिजो घोव जो आसा तो IPS न्ही म्हणून. म्हणल्यार DGP खबर आशिल्लें की तिजो घोव कोण तो आज मेरेन DGPन सांगलो ना की बाबा तिजो हजबंड कोण तो. हाच्या वयल्यान क्लियर जाता की देर इज अ नेक्सस, देर इज अ चेन फॉर दीस. आता जेन्ना डॉक्टर प्रमोद सावंत मुख्यमंत्री थंय गेलो ताणें थंय तिका आश्वासन दिलें की PWD तुजें घर बांदून दितले. आता मुख्यमंत्र्यान आमकां सांगचें की खंयच्या कायद्या प्रमाणे और खंयचे प्रोविजन ऑफ लॉ ऑफ गव्हर्नमेंट ऑफ गोवा तो ते घर बांदून दिवपाक सोदतालो. दुसरे ताणें सांगलें की आपूण ते पयशे ते रिकवर करतलो म्हणून फ्रॉम दॅट जे इन्वॉल्व आसा ताजे कडेन रिकवर करतलो. सो वी वॉन्ट टू नो अंडर वीच प्रोविजन ऑफ लॉ ऑफ गव्हर्नमेंट यू वूड हॅव रिकवर्ड दॅट मनी who were involved in bulldozing that house. जेन्ना आज परत मिडिया भितर रिपोर्ट आयलो की जो इन्स्पेक्टर जाका सस्पेंड केला प्रशल देसाय ताणें आपल्या रिपोर्टान DGP आणि काही ऑफिसरांक ताणें थंय तांची नांवां दिल्ली की आपल्याचेर प्रेशर आयलो, आपल्याक प्रेशर केलो की ते 10 मिनटां भितर ते बुलडोज जावपाक जाय ना जाल्यार तुजेर फॉल्स केसी लायता. आता हे सगळे चालू असताना मिडिया भावांनी मुख्यमंत्र्याक प्रश्न केलो जाल्यार मुख्यमंत्री उगी मुख्यमंत्र्यान जाप दिली ना. मुख्यमंत्री थंयच्यान गेलो. सडनली पळयता जाल्यार अर्द वरा भितर क्रायम ब्रांच एसपी राहुल गुप्ता प्रेस कॉन्फरन्स घेता आणि सांगता की जे पीआय प्रशल देसायान जी नावां ही हॅज नेम डीजीपी आणि बाकीचे ऑफिसर तो सांगता की दॅट इज अनसाइन्ड अँड दॅट इज अनव्हेरीफाईड. आता जेन्ना डीजीपीचे नाव भितर इन्वॉल्व जाला आणि मुख्यमंत्र्यान सांगला की आपण चीफ सेक्रेटरीक ते इन्व्हेस्टिगेशन करपाक लायला तेन्ना हो आयपीएस ऑफिसर हो आपूच जावन कित्याक प्रेस कॉन्फरन्स दिता. ताका कोणे सांगिल्ले की तूं वच आनी ते क्लॅरिफिकेशन दी म्हणून. रिपोर्ट करो म्हटल्यार चीफ सेक्रेटरीन सांगपा आशिल्लो. मुख्यमंत्री होम मिनिस्टर ताणें क्लॅरिफिकेशन दिवपा आशिल्लें की जे मिडिया रिपोर्टांचे आयले की पीआय प्रशल देसायान जी नावां पळय सांगल्या ती बाबा खरी काय ना हे मुख्यमंत्र्यान आन्सर करपा आशिल्लें. सो तो स्टेटमेंट ऑफ राहुल गुप्ता हू इज ट्रायिंग टू डू ट्विस्ट एंड टर्न्स हाजे वयल्यान सिद्ध जाता की हे सगळे गुप्ता सिंग शर्मा हे दिस इज अ बिग नेक्सस आणि हे सगळे कनायवंत जावन एकामेकांक वाचोवपाक सोदतात. आणि म्हाका दिसता हे एकामेकांक वाचोवन हांगातून गोंयकार पळय जे ऑफिसर आसात ते बलिका बकरा जातले अशें आमकां दिसता. ज्या दिसा आमी थंय सायटीर गेल्ले तेन्ना विरोधी पक्ष फुडाऱ्यान थंय मागणी केल्ली की हो एंटायर प्रोब जो आसा तो एक रिटायर्ड हायकोर्ट जजा अंडर जावचो. आमची ह्या मागणी आहा की ह्या सरकारान एक रिटायर्ड हायकोर्ट जज ताणे हे इन्व्हेस्टिगेशन करचें कित्याक हातून डीजीपीचे नाव आयिल्ले आसा आणि म्हाका दिसता हे गोंयकारां मुखार येवपाक जाय की डीजीपीचेर खंयच्या बीजेपी पॉलिटिशियनाचो प्रेशर आशिल्लो. गोंयकारां मुखार येवचे पडटले हे बीजेपी आणि डीजेपीचे नेक्सस. जो हायेस्ट ऑफिसर इन पुलीस डिपार्टमेंट जर तर ही गुंडाइजम जर करता आणि समज जर तर हे पुलीस जे हायेस्ट ऑफिसराचेर जे आसात ते जर तर आपल्या सबऑर्डिनेट स्टाफांक जर तर प्रेशरायज करून गुंडागर्दी करून जर तर गोंयचे जागे जर हडप करपाक सोदतात जाल्यार मुखार म्हाका दिसता गोंयकाराक आमकां मरतकीर कुरपाक आणि लासपाक जागो सुद्दां उरचो ना. दुसरे एक व्हेरी सिरियस इश्यू ते म्हणटा ते की आज परत मिडियाच्या चॅनलांतल्यान सोशल मिडियांतल्यान थोडे फोटो व्हायरल जाले. जे बाउन्सर जांकां अरेस्ट केल्या ते बीजेपीच्या आमदारा बरोबर दिश्टी पडटात. गोंय राज्याच्या बीजेपीच्या अध्यक्षा बरोबर दिश्टी पडटात. सो दिस लिंक ऑफ बाउन्सर्स टू बीजेपी इज अ मॅटर ऑफ कन्सर्न. दिस लिंक बिटवीन बीजेपी आणि डीजीपी इज ऑल्सो अ मॅटर ऑफ कन्सर्न. सो म्हाका दिसता हे सरकारान क्लीन येवचे पडटले. मुख्यमंत्र्यान सांगचे पडटले की जे पीआय मिडिया रिपोर्टांतल्यान जे आयला पीआय प्रशल देसायचो स्टेटमेंट हो कितलो खरो आसा. आणि दुसरे एक ऑफिसर जो इन्व्हेस्टिगेट करता ताचो बॉसाचेच जर तर नाव येता जाल्यार हाऊ कॅन दॅट ऑफिसर डू एन इन्क्वायरी फेअर इन्क्वायरी. त्या ऑफिसराचेर कितें फाल्यां प्रेशर येवपाक शकना म्हणून हाची गॅरंटी तो दितलो. आय फेल टू अंडरस्टँड वेन द बॉस डीजीपीचे जेन्ना नाव येता तेन्ना ताच्या सकयलो ऑफिसर एक एसपी लेवला वयलो ऑफिसर आपल्या बॉसाची कशी इन्क्वायरी करतलो. सो म्हाका दिसता ह्या हाच्या फाटल्यान एक व्हडली कॉन्स्पिरसी आसा. म्हाका दिसता काँग्रेस पक्ष हे आमी उगी रावचे ना. एज काँग्रेस पक्ष फुडले जे अधिवेशन जे येता थंय आमचे विरोधी पक्ष फुडारी आमचे तिनूय आमचे बाकीचे आमदार हो मुद्दो ते असेंब्लीनूय मांडटले. म्हाका दिसता हे गोंयकारां मुखार येवपाक जाय कित्याक ह्या इन्सिडेंटान आज गोंयकार म्हणून जर तर आमची जर तर आयडेंटिटी जर आमी काही पयशां लागून किंवा कितें दबावा लागून जर तर गोंयकाराकूच विकून उडयता कित्याक हे सगळे जाता की जो ब्रोकर म्हाका दिसता जो ब्रोकर जाणे डील केला ताजे इन्व्हेस्टिगेशन जावपाक जाय कित्याक he has taken everybody for right including the government including the chief minister so म्हाका दिसता that is also very important. आज आमची मागणी आहा काँग्रेस पक्षातर्फे की असेंब्लीन जेन्ना येतले सेशन हो मुद्दो आमी थंय काडटले. दुसरे आमचे जे खासदार दक्षिण गोंयचे जे खासदार आसा तांचे कडेन आमी उलयला तांणी आमी तांकां सांगला की जे अधिवेशन पार्लमेंटान जे चालू आसा थंय तो हो मुद्दो हो प्रश्न कसो मांडपाचो ताचेरूय ते वी आर ट्रायिंग फॉर दॅट वे आउट दॅट हाव वी वील पुट दीस क्वेश्चन देर. दुसरे म्हाका दिसता immediate suspension of all the police officers who are involved in this I think has to happen. आणि मुख्यमंत्र्यान कित्याक म्हाका दिसता मुख्यमंत्री cannot suspend the director general of police because he comes under ministry of home affairs. He has to write to the home minister to either suspend him immediately ना जाल्यार ताका डीजीपी गोवाचो म्हाका दिसता ताणें पयलीं रिलीव करचो ना जाल्यार ताका फोर्सिबली लिव्हेर धाड. जेन्ना ताजें नांव येता तेन्ना तो जर तर सिस्टमान जर आसा जाल्यार फेर इन्क्वायरी म्हणटा ती जावची ना. सो म्हाका दिसता इमिजिएटली ताका हांगाच्यान रिलीव करपाक जाय ताका लिव्हार फोर्सिबली लीव काडपाक जाय ती ताका मुख्यमंत्र्यान काडची ना जाल्यार होम मिनिस्टरा कडेन उलोवन ताका पयलीं सस्पेंड करचो ना ताका रिलीव करचो. दुसरे जे ह्या राज्यान जे बाउन्सर्स आसात म्हाका दिसता ह्या सरकारान डेटा ऑफ ऑल बाउन्सर्स इन गोवा हाचो इमिजिएटली म्हाका दिसता तांणी रिलीज करपाक जाय. आणि हायकोर्ट रिटायर्ड हायकोर्ट जज should do a proper investigation in this case is what we demand today. Any questions?
सर ह्या सगळ्या प्रकरणा भितर पूजा शर्मा तिचो घोव खंय सायडीक उरलो हो पूजा शर्मा कोण आनी तिचो घोव कोण कळना.
ताका लागून आमी कितें सांगला की जे ट्विस्ट एंड टर्न जाले ती कॉम्प्रोमाइज जाली कितें जालें ते सायडीन दवरया पूण ज्या इश्यूक लागून म्हणल्यार हे भायले लोक येवन आज हे आयपीएस वर्मा शर्मा गुप्ता हांचो वापर करून पळय गोंयकाराचेर पळय अन्याय जाता आनी अत्याचार पळय जाता म्हाका दिसता दॅट हॅज टू स्टॉप. आनी जे इन्व्हेस्टिगेशन जे चालू आसा पूजा शर्मा हाडपाकूच जाय. हे लोक कोण कोण इन्वॉल्व आशिल्ले हातून म्हाका दिसता हे भायर येवपाकूच जाय. आणि खास करून हो ब्रोकर कोण जाणे सेटलमेंट केले ताजें नांव येवपाक जाय. कित्याक हे सगळें चालू आसतना तूं बारीक पळयत जाल्यार खंय तरी पूजा शर्माक धांवन कोण पळवाट काडपाची एक प्रयत्न चल्ला. एक इन्फॉर्मेशन आमकां आयला वी आर इन्व्हेस्टिगेटिंग इट की ह्या पूजा शर्माचे त्या एरियेन आनीकूय कन्स्ट्रक्शन चालू आहा आणि तिने खंय एक फ्लॅट सुद्दां ऑफर केल्लो एक ऑफिसर. सो आय थिंक सरकारान हाजी पयली नोंद घेवची आणि ते इन्व्हेस्टिगेट करचे की हाजी ह्या फॅमिलीचे ह्या गोंयान कितले असे प्रोजेक्ट आनी चालू आहा आणि कितले गोंयकाराचेर हे अन्याय जातले अत्याचार जातले तेही म्हाका दिसता बंद जावपाक.
तो पॉलिटिकली कोण इन्वॉल्व आहा?
See, politically there is definitely a nexus. आम्ही केव्हाचं सांगता without a political nexus, without politicians and the police involved, this cannot happen. And how can the home ministry remain silent, or how can the chief minister remain silent? He has to answer that why is this state of Goa turning towards Ravan Raj? Why are these crimes on the rise? It is his duty. He is not facing the media. Jenna media teka prashna kelo. I believe he did answer. In the morning he did answer. That there was Rati gelo bhanto. So the Mukhyamantri first of all is the first citizen of our state. And when he holds home ministry, it is a failure on part of the home ministry. This is a total collapse of law and order in the state. Whose responsibility it is? It is the responsibility of the chief minister. The chief minister needs to take this responsibility. Can't he handle the home department? Why is he silent? we need an answer. The Congress party, जे म्हाका आमचे party president सगळे सांगला, with the twists and turns, DGP to BJP to कोण broker and कोण मोठे broker and बारसलो broker is also playing a major role. So who is this broker? And when reports had to be given by the chief secretary, we had this one when Sharma, Verma ही सगळी तेंगेली कर्मा आणि ही कर्म जेन्ना आज हे गोंय पाड घालपाक हे मुखार सरले आणि this is a very sorry state of affairs. Day in day out सगळे भायले लोक घुसता. Who are these land sharks and how do we protect our land? I believe as opposition, Babu Yaha, who is an experienced legislator, we will definitely come in the assembly. You will see that we will come with, make sure that this government comes with stringent laws to protect our tiny state of Goa. Sildid the way Sildid zata, this rat. And here politician nasto zaina म्हणत ही आसपा गजाल, it is a laughing joke. I think it is now that the chief minister should answer, because since the home department comes under him, they get double engine. I think he and his double engine has to answer. As our party president has said, that our member of parliament, Captain Viriato Fernandez, has already said that whichever avenue he would get in the parliament to get and highlight its issue, he would take it.
But do you agree with the way the things have worked? The things have moved on in the past few days as far as law of justice is concerned. Suddenly there were things that U-turn. So how this illegality goes?
I'll explain something to which will answer your question. Tumi Podela Ata Dombara, SP Crime Branch has given a press statement. First thing, how I will strike at the root of his press conference. My first question is, why did the SP of Crime Branch address a press conference? The SP of Crime Branch, to my knowledge, the Chief Minister had said that FIR which was registered at Anjuna police station about the kidnapping and that illegal demolition was being transferred to Crime Branch. So he could at the most speak on that FIR. How did he jump into the issue of the report which was submitted to the Chief Secretary and the recommendation of the Chief Secretary and the direction to suspend? I hope you understand what I am saying. There are two issues. One is the FIR by that family and the other is action against the PI. The FIR by the family is against the builder, against the owner, against the bouncers. Nothing to do with any officer's name. So how does the SP of Crime Branch get up and make statements in respect of the other issue which is not before him? Second, in his press briefing, he makes a statement that the statement of PI Prashal Desai is not signed and not verified. Please listen very carefully to it. The statement of Prashal Desai, PI, is not signed nor verified. First, he accepts it is a statement of Prashal Desai. Second, how does he have access to that file, which is still within his jurisdiction? How did he get access to know it was not signed? If he knows it was not signed, but it was sent by Prashal Desai, it is clearly it was sent by Prashal Desai. This shows overstepping of the limits by SP Crime Branch to protect his DGP. And this is the fear which we have expressed, that if the matter is handed over to Crime Branch, this officer will be under the supervision, under the direction and under the control of the DGP, who is named in that second part as the man who has made phone calls, the man who was intervening at every point of time to take action or to withhold from taking action. And therefore his direct involvement is a matter of concern for the state. It is a concern for crime and it's a concern for justice. I can understand if Prashant Desai was investigating a crime and an accused comes before him or a witness comes before him and makes a statement. Remember, under section 162 of the CRPC, statement made by a witness, because an accused can also be a witness, is not to be signed by such a witness. So any statement in an investigation, please understand this, not in an inquiry. In an investigation, and the investigation commences after FIR is registered. So such statement made before him as an investigation officer would definitely not be signed. But not when he does not have this case. Does he want to suggest that this case, second part of the DGP's involvement, that he has registered an FIR, that he has summoned these people for statements, that he has summoned a PI and recorded a statement which he has not obtained signature? This clearly shows that he rushed to try to give a clean sheet to the DGP. This shows the connivance of the entire police machinery now, and that is why I said in the afternoon, as far as investigation, it has to go to CBI, because according to me, from what you have shown, that there are bigger players involved, more police force officers, senior officers involved. It is named in the statement of the so-called unsigned and the so-called unauthenticated, unverified statement of Prashant Desai, names several other officers. And I have reason to believe, I still will make this charge, that there are other players in high rank of the government of India who would be involved in this. And that is why the matter must go to CBI, cannot be investigated by the crime branch or any branch of the government of Goa, not even vigilance or anyone. That should go there. As far as the second part is concerned, the role of the DGP and all other things, that is what we are all in unison by saying that, and I said from beginning, it should be an inquiry by an inquiry commission headed by a retired High Court judge. And I had said in the beginning, no police officer should be involved, because then they will manipulate that inquiry. But there are good competent officers, there are retired officers who are there of the police, there are people who are also administrative officers who are there, who have retired, who also know the system, they know the process, the procedure, and they could be brought it. But I think the Chief Minister is the one who needs to stand out now and to clarify these issues, and we have demanded, and we reiterate the demand, that this criminal investigation should be moved to the CBI, and as far as this inquiry is concerned, it should be by a retired High Court judge.
Maybe as Michael and Salah that he has moved a calling attention, the assembly on the first day itself on this issue. And we would like to see if it goes to the logical conclusion.
See, calling, and we have also discussed about it. We will definitely raise this issue. Moving a calling attention is not the solution. We have also moved a LAQ. We have moved an LAQ as well on this particular episode that has happened. The bigger picture is that there is a collapse in the law and order, which we've been pointing out. There is a nexus, all form of mafia, land mafia, muscle power, money power, dadagiri aaj coins all. And in between this, they give it a twist to change. How did this? How? I think that lady said that she was also pressurized. So who is doing all these things? And under what pressure? And who's doing all this? There is a lot that has to come out, and we expect this to only come out through a retired High Court judge, because we have absolutely no faith in this present dispensation. Goa police, there are good officers, but it is because of these type of officers that the name of Goa police gets.
Is it a threat for the Goans who want to play like land grabbing?
No, definitely it is a threat. And Amitan सांगितले ते भाशेन फाल्यां आमकां मोजना टायमा लासपाक आनी त्या टायमा पासून जमीन आमी गोंयकारां आसता म्हूण सांगो जायना. The way sale of land is happening, and it's a huge big syndicate, and this cannot happen without a political nexus. Right from day one when we went at the site, we said that there is definitely political nexus involved.
Can we demand for a special status as far as land is concerned, because Goa is a very tiny state? Would you press for that?
Nothing
In the
prevents,
assembly?
nothing prevents the government of Goa from making such a declaration. And the government of Goa has to press with the central government for doing it. And if the government of Goa is interested, unless they want to behave as land brokers, I think they will be together with us for saving it. But what we were discussing, leader of opposition and my party president, we were discussing also many inputs we have got of other deals having been done in similar manner, involving similar people. But we will bring these out in public domain after we have verified, cross-verified, not to give you unverified news.
And then
Doctor, we had a big land scam. Do you think we have not learned a lesson from that?
Do you think that SIT which has been set up is coming to any fruitful conclusion except settlement of matters with the help of certain officers, and where they are trying to negotiate deals and close up matters? We are asking this question, and our Congress party will float the government on this to get the status of these SIT cases, how many have been settled, because to our knowledge, this is what we were discussing, that we have that information, how they have all gathered together to identify such lands, arrive at settlement, and quietly pass off those lands.
But
So you see, with charges,
No,
with regards to that SIT matter only, we had raised it in the House. 100 odd cases. And in those cases, if you see, there were some sarke bor officer asle. Why were they transferred? Vidhan Sabhena mandal. When there was an inquiry happening, they were transferred within 1 or 2 months, especially in Margao. And they were pressurized. People accused for that, they were pressurized by certain police officers that this land deal should happen.
But today we talk about
Just
this,
to-
what you are talking about. No, South issues, serious issues.
See, South also, I've just got an information, the details I don't have right now, but we will come out with those details. Asolna also, there is a similar case it seems which has happened. Just now I've gotten near Joseph's Chapel. A similar case of what has happened in Assagao has also happened in Asolna near Joseph's Chapel. So with all the proof and evidence will come out of it. See, SIT चे पय आता प्रश्न तुम्ही विचारला. See, it's a serious issue. आज तुम्ही पहिला की बीजेपीचे सरकार हे मोदी सरकार ईडीचो फक्त ऑपोजिशनाक दामपाक वापर करता. ईडी केसी फक्त काँग्रेसीचे ऑफिस बेरर्स आमदार आणि ऑपोजिशनाकूच जे फ्रॉड गोंयान पय जाल्या. I have got an case. Maybe we are waiting for a few more documents. After that are revealed. There is a financial transaction also which is happening. There are bogus people who they create where a sale deed is happening, where money transaction is involved, and after the money transaction is done, that account is closed, that PAN card is closed. So where that money is going? So ED hajer kidak ubi. This is a financial fraud also. It is not only grabbing of land. Please understand, there is a big nexus of financial fraud. So why ED is not intervening and questioning all these people? Kai na karta je. So this shows and this proves that, as our MLA said, that this is a big nexus where BJP आणि DGP चे लिंक कितें आहा तें म्हाका दिसता भायर येवपाक जाय. आणि जे डिमांड आमी केल्या, समज ह्या गोंय राज्याचो होम मिनिस्टर जो मुखेलमंत्री आसा तो जर तर हे प्रश्नाची उत्तरां दिवपाक शकना, जर तर तो जे पुलीस ऑफिसर डायरेक्टली इनडायरेक्टली आसूं हांकां सगळ्यांक जर तो सस्पेंड करपाक शकना, जो DGP जाचें नाव आयलां आज आमच्या आमदार दोतोरान जे सांगले की ताच्या सकयल्लो ऑफिसर SP कॅनॉट डू दॅट इन्व्हेस्टिगेशन, ते जर तर तो एक रिटायर्ड हायकोर्ट जजाक जर दिवपाक शकना आणि ही फुल कॉन्स्पिरसी वेर हे भायले IPS ऑफिसर गोंयच्या पुलिसाचेर दबाव हाडून हे नेक्सस बिटवीन DGP आणि BJP हे जो मेरेन जे भायर येना आणि जे बाउन्सर गोंयान पळय जे आसात जे लिस्ट जर आमकां मुख्यमंत्री दिवपाक शकना जाल्यार म्हाका दिसता मुख्यमंत्र्यान रिजायन जावपाक जाय. ही कॅनॉट कंट्रोल द लॉ अँड ऑर्डर सिच्युएशन ऑफ गोवा which has gone beyond the control of the chief minister and the home minister. समज जर जायना जाल्यार म्हाका दिसता रिजायन जावपाचें.
बघा दुसरे तुम्ही सांगा की पॉलिटिशियन करप्ट हे आहा. गव्हर्नरान ऑन 18 जून सांगलेलें की गव्हर्मेंटाचेर एकूय FIR फायल ना, इज अ क्लीन गव्हर्मेंट.
I will tell you one thing. Please understand. Prevention of Corruption Act was amended by this BJP government, central government, NDA government, we can call it, not to allow Section 19, that not to have this thing what we call FIR cannot be registered without consent. Now, sorry, I stand corrected. There is a provision that court cannot take cognizance without approval of the government, appropriate government. The Supreme Court has, in my respectful submission, wrongly held that even the registration of the FIR requires consent. And because of that, there is no FIR which is registerable against the ruling dispensation throughout the country. The correctness of this decision has now been referred to a larger bench, and we are awaiting that decision. Because today, if you and I as a common man go to register FIR by saying this man is corrupt, it all depends on the whims and fancies. The registration won't happen. No investigation can take place without registration. So that will not happen. So that matter has stopped us from registering FIRs. If that issue is settled, you will see FIRs galore every day. You are seeing what is happening, whether it's construction of roads, whether it's construction of bridges, whether it's construction of highways, everything is collapsing, and you can see the corruption which is stinking, and therefore I think that we would have had FIRs every day coming. But it is stopped because of this decision. That's why I said respectfully I submit that decision is wrong, and it is referred to a larger bench's correctness, and I am sure that decision will be overturned. Because I know that in that judgment, they, by inadvertence, suddenly they put that sentence which stopped everybody from registering FIRs. Look at the situation, what happens today. State can register FIR against anybody, but we cannot even file a complaint against someone. We cannot have it registered. And then you say, we are clean. You understand what I am saying? Please don't take certificate unless you know the background of the law. I will send you that judgment. It is General Commanding Officer, because that is the one which has gone for a consideration whether the judgment is right or wrong.
But the governor is not aware of this.
See, the governor has simply made a statement, from what you have said to me, that this government is clean because it has got no FIR. Did you all ask him the rationale why? Had you all asked him? And I would have loved to hear what was his reply.
Kalu, the last question. तुम्ही DGPचे नाव येवच्या तुम्ही सांगले की कोणतरी एक हायरिंग ऑफिसर
Proper DGP and IGP and one now Mona. But what I am saying is, as what just now Amit and our leader of opposition has clearly said, this is a circle. Hitler had a circle of evil. Here we have a circle of corruption.
So my question is,
wait, beyond that, let me also make an allegation that there is a team which works, including of lawyers who are preparing these documents. Lawyers who are even making arrangement for bouncers. I make this charge with knowledge. And this is the way the system is working. And that bouncer connects with the police. It doesn't work otherwise.
Any push viral data in which your alliance partners
name is coming. You have seen that?
I'm not aware of this post.
Approaching it right now.
I told you the motion.
कितने हैं? सांग मला.
Post is getting viral in which your alliance partner name is coming, like Guinea,
कितना?
the connection between the Assagao. Like
What connection?
विजय सेटलमेंट कितें केला का
म्हाका दिसता ताणें ताजेर क्लॅरिफिकेशन दिल्लें. मेन आमची डिमांड कितें आहा बाबा हातून कोण इनवॉल्व आहा जे स्टेटमेंट पळय चेंज जाता दोतोरान सांगता तशें जेन्ना इन्क्वायरी चीफ सेक्रेटरी कडेन आसा SP is overstepping. I am trying to protect the DGP. I think what we have demanded that the chief minister has to come clean. आणि कोण बाबा हे पूजा शर्माक पळय प्रोटेक्ट करपाक सोदता म्हाका दिसता हें भायर येवपाक जाय.
thank you.
Thank you.